God of War Ragnarok came out, and it's better than the first game, by a long shot. I was gonna do a full-length review on the game, but I don't have the strength to do so. Someone else in the future could make a video going in depth about Ragnarok, but in the meantime, I want to talk about my favorite scene. This game is just a 10 out of 10 for me. Everything about this game is perfect, and it's hard to choose a favorite scene right from the get-go. I believe that Kratos' arc in God of War is fucking stunning, and in this he's more of a complex character while still making him true to his beliefs. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have one favorite scene. I have two favorite scenes that made me fall in love with the game a lot more. The scene where Freya accepts Kratos, and where we meet Odin and Thor. I'm gonna talk about the first one because I have a lot to say about that one. This scene is good at introducing two characters that we heard so much about in the previous game. The scene starts with Thor for some reason standing menacingly, but then he gets shocked when Kratos gets reasonably defensive. However, he pulls out mead, already showing his patterns of being drunk, but also possibly to calm down Kratos. After they get in the house, Thor is mostly chill. Yeah, he really wants to kill Kratos because he killed Maggie and Modi. At least it shows a sign of manners. However, when Odin arrives, everything changes. You know his characteristics, how he acts towards people, and his drive to manipulate Loki. When he arrives, he acts like he owns the place, like a landlord who's coming in to force more taxes on a poor single mother. The first word shows how much power Odin knows he has.
You know who I am?
Odin grabs a random chair without asking, opposed to Thor, which he didn't do anything until Kratos directed him to. Odin immediately starts talking a lot more than any other character so far. He sits down and tries to give in to Kratos by saying that it was all just a big misunderstanding and tries to apologize. When he mentions that Kratos killed Thor's sons, he justified it by saying that it was self-defense and brushed past it like it was nothing. Keep in mind that Odin knows Thor's pain, but it doesn't matter to his plan, so it doesn't matter to him. This behavior towards Thor would happen for the rest of the game up until he kills Thor. He says I didn't want this, which is only true because Thor dying wasn't according to his plan, not because he actually cared for Thor. He doesn't care about anyone besides knowledge and himself, and that sentence alone shows you his morals and motives. Sure, we learn later that he wants to have infinite knowledge and wants to rewrite his fate, but you can see that he sees everyone as dog shit on his fucking sandals. Even when he brought up Boulder, he wasn't emotional at all. He just cared because he was his best tracker. The same thing will happen again when Heimdall died, and Odin not giving a shit despite Heimdall dick riding him the entire game. During this, he's drinking both Thor's and Kratos' wine. I'm not sure if this is like disrespectful because only old people drink wine, so I'll just let him be. He says that he wants peace and offers Kratos no more fights, and he'll keep Freya off his back. I'm not sure why you're disagreeing with that, Kratos. It sounds like a really good deal. I'm assuming it's because of all the stories he's heard about Odin and his deals, and he just couldn't be asked to trust him. Also, before I go on to our next scene, people have been shitting on Odin's design, calling him non-threatening and looks too old. And I don't think that people get basic character ready, because him looking like a grandpa cosplaying is on purpose. When Loki goes to meet Odin again, he seems like a chill ass dude. He pushes away Heimdall, he gives him a nice sword, and is overall understanding Loki. What I'm trying to say is that he's supposed to look as non-threatening as possible to ensure that his twist of being a psychopath is more convincing. If you didn't know who Odin was at all, you would think he's some sort of nice asshole who helps Loki. Both design choices are perfect for describing how Odin is an asshole, and it shows that while Thor being another asshole, he isn't old, so give him plus points, I guess. The next scene is where Freya calms down with her murder quest. Freya in this game is going through the same conflict that Kratos had in the original trilogy. A god kills a family, and with that, rage takes over. The first half of this game is Freya trying everything in her power to kill Kratos. And when she's forced to join with Kratos, she has this puzzle. And Odin married her, there's a knot, basically trapping her within Odin's clutches. She unties it, and with realization, she goes out in tears before finally being free of Odin. She's still in disbelief that she did what she wanted to do, until Kratos says to Freya what would she do now. She says that she has a choice, to somehow kill Kratos or forgive him for killing Boulder. She thinks for a while before coming to the conclusion that she can't do either. She goes into a monologue about how she feels hatred for what Kratos has done, but some parts of her realize that Odin is the one that has to die. After this, Kratos says the best line in the whole game.
Everything that's happened between us.
No need to explain. Not to me. Not for that.
This line has so many emotions, grief, sadness, and understanding. Kratos knows how Freya is feeling because that's what his arc is in both games. In God of War, he was trying to deal with his guilt over his actions and had hoped to seal Loki from becoming of what he was. He has this burden that everyone tells him that, hey, you gotta tell Loki about your past, until he finally does at the end for a somber moment. In this game, there are many different interpretations of his arc, but one of them is Kratos being scared of him changing. He's slowly becoming the old God of War that he hates, and he wants to change that, to change from being a monster, to change his fate. And in this scene, Kratos understands this, and doesn't need explanation because he already went through it himself. These scenes should tell you one thing, that this game goes stupid hard, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. 5 likes and I'll do another God of War video. Anyways, my work here is done. Sorry for not posting in 2 months. I promise I'm making videos. I just prefer getting an education over getting clout. However, getting subscribers isn't a bad thing, which I recommend whoever's watching it right now to do. Anyways, I'm Blue and I'll see you next month.